for the past couple months. It's been nonstop projects around here. We obviously got the Badillac in the background, been doing a lot with that. Getting that ready to go down to Cletus and Cars, beginning of April, 5th and 6th. Following weekend after that, Crossbar Ranch, Davis, Oklahoma for the Side-by-Side USA Spring Hoedown. We'll be there. Me and Kyle, we'll have the side-by-sides there. We're going to have all sorts of cool stuff going on. But if you guys remember back a couple months now, maybe almost 3 months, pulled the transmission out of the Crown Rick, the LS swapped turbo 2006 Crown Victoria. Has a turbo 400 in it, or had a turbo 400 in it. I had an arrangement to trade the built turbo 400 for a built 4L80. That unfortunately has a deal has sailed, unfortunately. So no 4L80 for the Crown Rick this year, unfortunately. So I've got the turbo 400 out of it, just sitting around. You know, I drove the Crown Rick a fair amount last year, but there's another car that I had that kind of just sits around that I thought maybe it would make sense to put the turbo 400 in. So let's go take a look at that. Now I'm probably going to catch some hate from some of you guys for doing this, but just understand I don't drive this car enough to just have it sit around and not do things with. So some of you guys have seen this before, but I just figured it was the right car to put this turbo 400 in. Yeah, I'm talking about the ZL1. It's a 2021 ZL1. Bought it new, 6,800 miles on it, and it's honestly been the best car I've owned. There's nothing I really don't like about this thing. It's just, I mean, like I said, I don't drive it enough, and I figured it'd be cool to make some content with this thing. And I figure this turbo 400 is, you know, I know a few people that have done that for, you know, cars that are a lot faster, but I mean, it just sits around. So, and from what I've gathered in the research I've done, people say they fit pretty well in here. So I'm, you know, I hopefully don't have to modify too much to get it to go in. It would take me a minute to come up with something I don't really like about this car. It's just been a great driving car. It's super comfortable. It's pretty fast for what's done to it, but you know, it just made sense to put this turbo 400 in it. So let's take a look at that trans real quick. Well, there it is, guys. Turbo 400 in my 2021 ZL1. So it fits in there pretty good. Didn't have to cut or modify anything. It basically slid right in. Just had a little help from Kyle setting it in, and no big deal. Okay, you guys didn't actually think I was going to get rid of the 10-speed for a turbo 400, did you? So the turbo 400 is going down to Cameron Powers, who I believe has the fastest Crown Vic in the world. And I just figured while I was out of the car, do a little refresh on it, check everything out, see how stuff's going inside that thing, and just get a clean bill of health for this season. So I'm just going to take a little drive down to Tennessee, drop that turbo 400 off, spend a couple more days in Tennessee because it's pretty nice down there, it turns out. Take you guys along for the journey and drive the ZL1 there. It's a great driving car, like I said, on the highway, super comfortable. Been down to Tennessee with it before to have Matt Sanford tune it. And yeah, it's going to be a good weekend. So let's hop in that thing and get on the road. Got about a 9.5 hour drive, so we got to get moving. ZL1 exhaust, guys. One of the best sounding ones there is. Great car. All right, coming up on the first fuel stop / food stop for the trip. Went 265 miles. Dash is showing averaging 19.6 miles per gallon. Been at like 43% for the ethanol content. I'm not really seeing any E85 stations around here, so I might just run 93. So I'm curious with the lower ethanol content how the fuel economy is going to be affected. But car drives great. No real surprise there. It's kind of cloudy. Looks like it might rain, but let's swing into the gas station and get something to eat, fuel this thing up, and keep going. I think we got about 5.5 hours left before we make it to Cameron's. All right, we made it to Tennessee. We're here at A&H Transmission. Gonna unload this turbo 400 out of the ZL1. I don't know if we're gonna do any filming here or not, but made it to our one of our destinations. So very happy about that. These guys are gonna get this thing fixed up, checked out, make sure everything's kosher inside, so when it goes back in the Crown Rick, it's ready for this year. All right, guys, I'm back from Tennessee. So Cameron didn't get the turbo 400 for the Crown Rick finished up, so I'm gonna have to go back at some other point. While I was down there, I just ate a lot of food, hung out, didn't do a lot of car related things. So and it was rainy, so didn't really take any more video of the car, but got over 20 miles per gallon average for that trip. Very happy with that. Great car. But we're back here. We need to get some work done. So Kyle's out doing something, but we're going to be working on the 09 today, modernizing it a little bit. So I've kind of decided that if it's not sold by the time we get back from Oklahoma, Crossbar Ranch, yeah, that's going to be April 12th, I believe. We're going to be there like the whole week after Cleetus and Cars, which is April 5th and 6th. Down in Florida, hope to see you guys at either one or both of those events. If the truck's not sold by then, I think we're going to keep the 09. So Kyle's in the background. He's saying, please, someone buy the 09 because he really likes that 23. But today we're going to be modernizing the 09 a little bit, maybe to appeal to a new buyer, and if not, to make it a little bit more enjoyable of a truck to drive when we drive it, if that's the case. So we got some nice stuff for it we're going to be throwing on today. Let me go grab that real quick. We'll take a peek at it. Man, look at that unit mocked up to that 40-footer. That thing looks good. Yeah.
Not as good as the 23.
Yeah, well, that's true. I can't dispute that. But we're going to make this thing look a little bit better today and perform a little bit better today. So I got some boxes that I'll have you open up. Maybe I'll open up one of them, and we'll take a look at the goodies this thing's going to get.
Yeah, there's definitely something this truck definitely needs, like, bad. I mean, if we're going to hook to a trailer and pull with it, unfortunately, I'm going to definitely want them.
All right, so in the tow test video, I said right off the bat there was something I didn't like about the 09. And you know what that was? The 2009 Chevy Impala mirrors that it has. What a joke.
You're not wrong. I don't know why they'd even sell the truck without tow mirrors.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't see out of them.
No.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Looking to a trailer, you ain't seen really anything.
No, so we got ourselves some tow mirrors for this thing. Let's pop those things out. We'll take a look at them. Also, guys, the stuff that we're showing you today, take a look in the description of this video. Follow our Amazon affiliate link, and we'll have most of this stuff in there if you guys are interested in it for your truck. All right, pull those dogs out.
Man, I mean, you are a little weird. Like, I would have put the newer tow mirrors on, but, you know.
Generation correct, man. I like keeping it clean like that.
Yeah, they're the ones that came on that body style.
Yeah, so factory replacement style tow mirrors. Got the turn signal in the lens. It's heated. These were honestly super cheap. Great upgrade. I mean, I think they're around $100. Like, how do you not do that?
That is really cheap.
So, we got tow mirrors for it. Those are. Have you ever changed mirrors in those trucks? Pretty easy. I think you just take the door.
Bolts.
You gotta take the door panel out.
Might not. No, I think you just take the little panel off.
Oh,
we'll find out. Worst case, we just break it.
yeah. Just we don't need door panels where we're going.
We'll get it done right.
All right. So you remember those super bright Pia lights we put on the trailer, the 40-footer?
They're almost too bright.
Yeah. So another great thing about the 23, the headlights.
So good.
Some of the best headlights I've seen.
Not wrong.
You know, I don't have 35% tin on the windshield or anything like that.
I don't have that. No. Why? That's illegal.
But if I did, I would want super good headlights. 2009 GMC headlights, not the best. So we've got some stuff to take care of that. So Pia came through with some LED headlights, high and low beams, and also I'm going to be trying out their horn for this thing. So I kind of heard like a sample of what that sounds like. It should be a little bit louder than the stock one, which, I mean, you know, when you're rolling with a 40-footer, you know, sometimes you got to tell people, hey, I got a 40-footer. you know, you got to respect it. If they don't see it, they got to hear it. So new horn going on, headlights. We got one other thing. This thing is for you. This next thing, it's for you. You know, I'll explain that in a second, but it's for you. You'll get it. So a lot of you guys, you know, we haven't done a ton of documenting trips and drives and stuff like that, but I'm very thankful to have Kyle to participate in some of the driving of our trucks, tow rigs, stuff like that across country. It allows me to work on some videos, to sleep. It's just a more pleasant experience when someone is willing to drive. But, you know, there's been a couple situations where I'm cruising down the road, maybe like, you know, I was in edit video land, and I'm like, man, this doesn't look familiar. And I look over, and like, he's got the face of like drywall destruction on, and he's just zoned in. I said, dude, did we miss a turn or something? Whoa. Anyways, guys, Kyle's missed a couple turns in his day, and we got the 2009 here. It doesn't have GPS, it's just got a plain Jane radio in it. So our friends at Ride came through and said, hey, we got something that would probably interface pretty good in that. That'll keep Kyle on the frickin' straight narrow path to our destination. So I got that right here. We're going to open this thing up. All right, guys, so this is the Carpuride W903. This thing does a ton of cool stuff. So if you got a modern smartphone, if you're living in 2024 and you have an older vehicle, this is going to allow you to pair your phone to this device, and it has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto built into it. So you got Apple Maps, Google Maps, you want to use anything like that, boom, right here on this display. I'm going to pop this thing open. This is a pretty slick looking unit. And another cool thing about this, dash cam, baby. You guys are going to pull some evasive maneuvers in front of us? We got you. You better watch out. So we're going to hook this up into the truck as well. We're going to find some clean way to mount it in there. Obviously, we do want to be able to utilize the dash cam function, but we don't want a bunch of wires draped over everything either, because that just looks tacky. So I believe they gave us some few different mounting solutions that we can incorporate with this. They give you power cords, aux cords, all that stuff. Nice wiring harness here. So we got a ton of stuff to work on today, and it's really going to improve this truck for either us or, as Kyle would hope, the next owner. So we're going to get this pulled in and start taking stuff apart and then start putting stuff together. All right, I think Kyle's going to tackle the mirrors. I'm going to tackle the headlights. Do you know where the horn's at on these? I don't mean steer horns either.
We should. You know what? If we drive this, we're going to have to put a set on this one.
Oh, I see one is down there. You think they're...
Probably.
Yeah, you can see right there, that unit there.
This thing's getting steer horns if I have to drive it.
Okay, that's reasonable. I mean, that's reasonable. All right, for the headlights, I'm just going to pop the air box off of this side. This side needs the battery taken out of it, and it's still going to kind of be a pain with the washer fluid reservoir there, but we'll get it figured out. Okay, air box came out super easy. Plugs are right there for the lights. No big deal. I think the driver's side's going to be much more difficult, but we'll worry about that when we get there. So let me get those swapped out. The nice thing about these Pia lights is they're just plug and play, so there's no wiring you got to do. It comes with the bulb, and there's this little module that this will plug into the factory connector. Little module here, and then this plugs into the bulb. So pretty cool setup. Give you some zip ties to tie everything out of the way, keep stuff from bouncing around. But yeah, slick setup. Getting that changed out right now. And then we'll do a little compare and contrast from side to side, see what they look like. All right, my headlight install is going good. Figured I'd take a break and see how this mirror deal is going for Kyle.
Yeah,
how's it?
Apart pretty easy.
Oh, it looks good. Those are cool. Stick that sucker up there. See how, oh yeah. That's going to be the sauce there.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be it. Okay, take it easy there, Cowboy.
Find the little pilot hole, you know?
Yeah.
Toss a couple nuts on it so it don't fall off.
All right, I got the passenger side bulbs in. Everything's kind of loosely in there. I think I'm going to have to take the headlights out anyways to get to the horns on this. So, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just beating on your stuff.
All right. But let's do a little compare and contrast to the driver versus passenger side on this. So, got the new LEDs on the driver's or the passenger side. Stock bulbs. Oh yeah, huge difference. Obviously, it'd be better if we had this, you know, in the dark to compare. But
you could turn the lights off.
Wow, we could do. This guy's thinking we could turn the lights off. Let's do that quick. I don't know how good this will show up on camera, but yeah, you can tell even the color of the bulb is way better. I don't know. I think these are 5,000s or something.
Yeah, I mean I've ran LED bulbs in the last like three or four trucks of mine, and I won't not run them.
Yeah,
I love them. You can see so much better. It's worth every cent.
Yeah. Well, let's get the other side changed. I think it looks great. Hit those highs real quick. Let's see what the highs look like. Oh, wow. Yeah, those are bright. Those are bright. I like it. Good mod. Well, after 5 different attempts, Kyle has this side back together. Looks good. Well, things kind of escalated quickly up here. I just decided to...
You get hungry?
Yeah. So there's our horns. Turns out there's 2 of them on this unit.
One on each side.
One on each side. So let's, I don't know. Can you tell if both of these are operational? The horn kind of sounds weak. They're both operational. Let's listen.
Yeah, they are.
I don't know about that sound.
They're old. You know, they've had some water, not salt water, but water splashing them.
Well, we got these new PO1s. We're going to throw those in. I think we're going to have to do a little bit of wiring on these because they're not like a factory style connector. They got these spade terminals, so that's not going to be a big deal though. So come with their own bracket and stuff, so pretty simple stuff. I'm going to get those hooked up. We'll test that, and then we'll move on to the other side of the headlights because we've already got the front end all tore apart, so no big deal. All right, new horns are in.
Don't press them right now. They're loud. I'm just trying to finagle some stuff.
Did you get those tied in, those ballasts?
I got one. I'm trying to make sure there's enough room for the other one here.
How do they look? Let's see that quick before we pull it in.
I got one zip tied.
Oh, copy that, yeah.
Nice. Probably just go here.
Yeah, wrap it around the wires. That's fine. Should be good. All right, but set that down real quick. Let's just hear that horn. Can we hear that quick?
Yeah, I'm going to step back. It's loud. Want to press it or no?
Yeah, you can press it. It's so loud, guys. Like, oh my. It's literally twice as loud, I would say.
At least twice as loud. If not more.
It's hard to believe, honestly.
It hurt my ears. And they're not that sensitive.
Great upgrade, I feel. Great upgrade. Didn't think they'd make that big of a difference. Totally honest. Huge difference, though.
I didn't think they'd be that loud. And they pretty much bolted right up.
Yeah, we just had to put spade terminals on the wires. No big deal. And yeah, utilize the factory bracket instead of the one they gave us. Works fine. Easy. All right, let's throw these headlights back in. We'll get those ballasts tied up. Wow, made it back together. That's impressive.
Yeah, I mean, I had to put it back together for you, but...
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Just saying.
Yeah, we need to wash this thing too, geez. Well, it's dark out. We should probably go test those headlights, I think.
Drive it.
Yeah.
You could drive it.
Yeah, definitely has good license plate on it. I'll go drive it. But I think tomorrow morning I'll get to the installing that CarPlay deal. That's going to be a little labor intensive. I want to do a nice job on it too, so.
Yeah, maybe I won't miss the turns like I usually do, but I can't guarantee that one.
No, you can't. All right, let's back this out. Yeah, you probably can't see me, but what you can see, the road. So these lights, great upgrade. These are the dims, high beams, pretty freaking bright.
Yeah, the brights are so crisp.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's probably hard to tell on video, but we can see so far with them.
Yeah, the distance is way better than the stock ones for sure. Great upgrade.
Definitely a worthy upgrade.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do about maybe getting fogs for those too. That'd be a good upgrade.
Yeah, I think fog light or LED fog light bulbs would be perfect.
Yeah. This is nice. Good mod. So it's a few days later and it's super windy out, but guess what? We're inside the truck, so it doesn't matter. Wind, you suck. But what doesn't suck is this Carpuride W903. So I got this installed in the truck, got it plugged in, just ran the wires kind of temporarily. I guess semi-temporarily. I'm eventually going to try and hardwire it in so it just comes on when the truck comes on. But for now, I'm just going to show you guys kind of how this thing works and some of the features and, well, why it's important. Because when you got Kyle driving, you need something like this. All right, so here's this thing mounted up. It comes with this mount and then another pivoting style mount. I thought this one looked better for this particular application. This adhesive on it's pretty good. It's like a non-destructive adhesive. I do definitely enjoy that. You can see here, I mean, it's pretty clean layout for your Apple CarPlay. So if you've got an iPhone, you can use Apple CarPlay, which is a nice interface. I use it specifically pretty much for like the navigation side of things. So Google Maps is my preferred method of getting around. So got your Google Maps here. Pretty sweet. There's also Apple Maps if you prefer that interface. Yeah, this is a clean layout. You can view your messages, play your music that's on your phone from here, do all sorts of stuff. And then you can see this guy kind of popping out here. So this is the dash cam portion of it that I was talking about. So let's go and navigate over to there. And you can see it's a pretty sweet layout for a dash cam. So this also has an input if you wanted to run a camera to the back of your vehicle. So either on the inside or if you want to do it on the outside. Something like this could benefit from a camera in the bed for hooking up a gooseneck if it ever gets one. And with the dash cam, it's on like a loop record type thing, so it saves just blocks of videos, and then you can go through and kind of watch them, take a picture, pretty cool. Or you can go through and you can watch all the videos that it's already taken. So we're just sitting still here, so there's going to be a bunch of videos of it just sitting still, but you can scroll through it. Like I said, the interface works very good. Pretty cool. But based on those two features alone, the Apple CarPlay and the dash cam, I would say this thing is worth it by far to have in your vehicle. So I like the layout of it. I think it's pretty clean. Seems to work good. I've played some audio through it. Obviously, I can't play songs and stuff right now. I'm going to lose out on the couple pennies I make off of these. So it's a nice deal. If you guys are interested in getting one of these Carpuride W903s for your car or truck, I got a 30% discount code below. So make sure you use that. Save you some serious bucks on this thing. And I think you guys would enjoy it. I could definitely see this being useful even in like a side-by-side. Like it's a pretty cool piece. So I like it. Well, guys, that's going to do it for this video. A lot of projects taking place right now in the background. So Kyle's X3 has a bunch of cool parts coming for it. We'll show you that soon. X3, new wheels and tires coming for that. Very excited about that. That machine's just about done. Ready to go to Crossbar Ranch here in a couple weeks. Battle Axe getting worked on. Got a lot to do to that in the next couple weeks before we go down to Cletus and Cars. Again, hope to see you guys at those events. Man, we're just having fun working on these projects, getting stuff done. So appreciate your guys' support in this matter. Check out the link below, again, if you want to save 30% off that Carpuride W903. Don't forget to check out our Amazon affiliate link. Got some cool stuff on there we use. And also check out our Patreon account if you have the ability to do so. That greatly helps out the channel and our growth as well. So appreciate your guys' support in this matter, and we'll see you in a couple days.